Do you remember me? Do you remember sending me all around the house the last time that I was here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Touch the red light on the floor if this is the Lurker spirit. I've been doing this for 4 years now, and I don't think I have ever had puzzle pieces that have come together like that anywhere I've been. Tonight, I am at Linville Manor. I have been here before with a group, but tonight I am alone. It's gonna be different, to say the least. I've never spent an entire paranormal investigation alone. I've done little stints alone. In fact, I've done a little hour-long stint alone here, and it was pretty active. So I am very excited to see what I get over the course of the night here. So let's head inside and get with the owner and learn a little bit about Linville Manor's history.
Welcome back. The ghosts know who you are.
Yep.
The ghosts are excited, I'm sure, to chat tonight. But you're going solo, so
I am, yep.
I don't know how that... You won't be alone, right?
Right,
So
yeah, exactly.
you're never alone. But basically, the history of the house, for those who may not know, is that the property actually dates back to the late 1600s, and it was originally devised as a circle grant given by John Smith, the John Smith. So he was over in England, pointed to a map, said this is going to be the property for this family. It went to the Bowie family, and they were sort of historic wine purveyors, I believe in Scotland. And so they were notable for their good wine. So they had made graces within the courts and the affluent there, and so they were given this land grant. Fast forward a bit, it really stays with the family for several decades. In 1850, 1849, there's a mysterious fire that burns the house to the ground. Nothing is left except for the basement.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you go in that basement, you're entering the 1700s era, but everything else burned. And it was such a devastating fire that you literally go out into the yard, get about 6 inches down if you're going to plant something, and you start coming across pottery, pipes, silverware, just everything was lost in that fire. So we know that the fire started quick and it took it all. Mm-hmm. They decided to rebuild on the same spot. So this room that we're sitting in actually is about 1852. That includes the whole center block of the house. So that's 1850s. And then again, another 100 years passes, it stays with the family. And then in the 1950s, the family basically had a medical situation. They had to move closer to DC. Mm-hmm. And at that point, Calvin and Gladys Johnson moved to the house. Historically too, you'll find the name as the Bowie Johnson house, because the Bowie family and the Johnsons are the most notable folks. So the Johnsons, they added on a lot to the house. They took out like the pocket doors. There was also 4 chimneys, 8 fireplaces in the house. All of that came out just to restructure it, make it more structurally sound. Mm-hmm. So they pulled all that off the house, reinforced the basement with steel beams, the attic redone. Everything that you see, kind of like this giant piano, the big mirror, those are the things that were left. But everything else was stripped out of this house after that time period, because it passed hands a few more times until it finally fell to the banks. And then I found it on an auction. So I was immediately starting renovation projects. And in the early days, literally, you'd be in here and it would seem like something is in this doorway. So that whole area was added on in the 1950s, but this used to be an original entrance to the house. So it kind of makes sense that there used to be a lot of coming and going from that area. This would have been like this back entrance. So, kids, servants, whoever was here would be coming and going from that door.
Yeah.
Well, in those days, like, I had a dog that lived on the property with me, and he would come in here, stare in that doorway, just freeze.
Yeah.
And it's like, he was watching something. So I was kind of, it makes you feel a little uncomfortable. Fast forward like 5 months, I'd gotten to the house to the point where most of the rooms, which there's 5 bedrooms, so I was like, I'll start putting this on Airbnb because I'm here, and it's good income to keep the projects going. But it was when Airbnb guests started staying that they started having a lot of experiences, and they would start to line up. Like, people who were not coming here for ghost stories or paranormal encounters were having situations like the green bedroom. Women, who would 90% of the time be women, would see a man standing at the foot of the bed. They would report that he had hollowed out eyes and feel this like pressure on their chest, which is alarming.
Yeah.
People would report in here seeing what they thought was a cat running in and out from the ballroom, and I would have to assure people there was no cat on the premises. Later we would find out that there's a cat buried in the Revolutionary War cemetery named Shadow.
Right.
So
that's right,
a whole grave to this cat.
Yep.
Right, and you know Shadow very well.
Yeah. I think I sent you the picture.
Yeah.
We've got a picture of him in the window.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is you guys had some really interesting window pictures the last time you were here. Also, people, reported sort of a female presence in the red bedroom. Later, we would find out that that was the birthing room. So the fact that people see like a woman pacing, it seems like someone lays down on the bed. Like, we don't know if it was like a midwife that still may be around, or one of the pregnant mothers of the past. Also, it became Gladys Johnson's bedroom whenever she and Calvin sort of parted ways but stayed in the house. So that was her room, and he lived in the back area, like the study bedroom. Oh, I should have that on just in case.
It's funny you have that. I was walking around with mine before you came down.
Yeah.
And I just, went just from the dining room through this room into the ballroom, and just went over near that chair.
And that's where
and
you
it
got
started spiking.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't even mention the chair. So, like, that's the thing, too. It was like, I can go on and on about the different reports and the things that happened in the different rooms. The chair was another thing early on that started happening. And it's like, when I rent the house, literally, I have a small apartment over the kitchen, and that's where I am, unless you say, hey, come down, talk about history. And then people started experiencing that this chair in the ballroom would kind of be over towards the door. And so they'd ask me, did you go down? Did you move it? And I would say no. Sometimes I would go and I would see the chair and I'd be like, well, maybe, they had kids or something. Maybe the kids moved it. But every time it would sort of line up that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
And so I think the real proving point, the interesting thing is, like, I cataloged these stories, and then when I finally met the historic Bowie family, I was like, this is definitely a haunted house. Like, if you want to talk to some of your ancestors, they're still hanging around.
Yeah.
And thankfully, they're really cool about it. Like, they're interested as well. Like, they've come and stayed, and they're like, oh, I hope I have an encounter with the ancestors. And they always have something unique to say.
Yeah.
So I was telling them about the chair moving, and then you'll see there's a picture in there of a gentleman that was here in the 1800s. Ed McSeany, so he's actually the one, he married into the Bowie family, but it's still, the house remained with the Bowies, but turned into the McSeany line. So Bowies, McSeanys to the Johnsons. But anyhow, I was telling them about this chair moving, and they said, well, if the chair is moving and facing that way, then it's probably Ed. And I was like, why is that? And I said, well, he died when he was around 50 years old, so fairly young. But his dying wish was that they would put him in a chair and take him to the window so he could watch the trains go by. And the trains still pass here like 3 times a week. So, you may get a train movement tonight, and if the train passes, like, I'd say go check the chair, because he could move it to watch it. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Through your night. Yeah, like, you're brave. Like, I'm here kind of like doing like the everyday thing, but it's sort of like I do it blocking out. Like, the ghosts are great. Like, I love them. Like, good that they're around, but I sort of feel like I have to function without paying too much attention.
Yeah.
Because then when you really start thinking about it, it's not that they're bad.
No,
but
I definitely didn't feel that when I was here before. It's just, it's definitely a presence.
right.
Yeah, it's definitely a presence. All right, here we are, Linville Manor. As I've said, I have been here before, so I have kind of an idea of the layout of the house. Not kind of, I do know the layout of the house. So there's 3 main areas of the house that I want to focus in on tonight. That being the ballroom, the foyer, and the green room upstairs. That is where the Lurker is said to be. I have set a cat ball on that chair in the corner. That is the... There's some orbs going across the screen. That is the chair that is suspected to move on its own from time to time. Then we have the foyer, where there was the murder, and what I've got down there is the static electricity detector. Upstairs, actually in the doorway of the Lurker room, I've set up a REM pod. The REM pod's going off. Like crazy going off. If someone's near that REM pod, that red light on the floor, can you step away from it? That could actually be the battery. So let me do this. Let me grab this. Or not. Okay, now it's not doing it. Alrighty then. That looked like it could have been a battery thing, but I just reset it, and it's not doing it right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. If it does it again, I'm going to chalk it up to battery, and we'll change it out. But right now, let's go back downstairs and start probably in the ballroom. All right. I'm going to sit across from... There's some, like, thumping or knocks. Sound like it could have been car doors slamming, but I don't know. If there's anyone in the ballroom with me, can you make yourself known by knocking or tapping on something? I've visited you here at Linville Manor before. Do you remember me? I think I'm hearing voices. Is there anybody here that would like to speak? Spirit Talker basically works like an Ovilus device or the Polterscript device, where it's got a library of words, and it's believed that spirits can manipulate it and choose the words or phrases that they'd like to say. So that is on. If anybody's here and would like to speak with me, you could walk up to this device that I'm holding in my hand here. You are kind, it said. Thank you.
What are the flashing lights?
What are the flashing lights? I don't know what flashing... Oh, maybe these lamps have like a flickering as if it were like a candlelight. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Or the flashing lights that were upstairs, that was the REM pod going off. If you are referring to the lights that were upstairs flashing on the floor, that's just a device that lets me know your presence. So if you walk up to it, it'll light up, it'll make a little noise. It's not going to hurt you, but it will let me know that you're here. There's also flashing lights in the ball that I've set down on the chair in the corner over there.
Move location, please.
Move location, please. You don't want me in the ballroom? Can you tell me where you would like me to go if you don't want me in the ballroom? Do you have a specific location in the home that you would like me to go? Tell me which room you'd like me to go to and I will go.
Yours.
Mine? I don't have a room here. This isn't my home. I'm just a visitor.
Help us.
Help us. Who needs help? Can you tell me what your name is? Maybe they want me to move location to where they need help?
Don't be fearful.
Don't be fearful. I'm not fearful. If someone needs help, I'd like to help them.
Watch out, witchcraft.
Watch out, witchcraft.
I know I am dead.
I know I am dead.
The bench.
The bench.
Which bench?
Skinwalkers around.
Skinwalkers around? What? We did not get anything like that.
They cremated my body.
They cremated my body.
I am Ophelia.
Ophelia. Okay, it's popping off now, dude. Holy crap. They cremated my body. Skinwalkers around is a little bit concerning. I don't want to deal with any of that. I don't think that's here. I think that could be something playing games, like the Trickster spirit. Is the Trickster spirit here? Do you remember me? Do you remember sending me all around the house the last time that I was here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, well, I'm glad to be back.
I like talking.
I like talking as well. Wow, that's crazy. That was direct.
Talk to me alone.
Talk to me alone. Who? Who wants to talk alone? Is it the Trickster or is it somebody else that's communicating to me? I'm going to start trying other parts of the house. Because one of the first things that popped up here was move locations. So I'm going to start walking around the house a little bit. Okay?
I'll get you.
I'll get you. That's not comforting. But again, I don't think there's anything bad here. I think that's the Trickster. So, let's get walking around a little bit.
It's not me.
It's not me. Is that the
I'm
trick?
in my 50s.
I'm in my 50s. Is that Ed?
My body lies close by.
This is pretty crazy. This is real quick responses. I remember it being quick in certain areas of the house. But
Don't mess with him.
don't mess with him. Don't mess with who? Is this a better location? Do you prefer that I sit here in the foyer? Can anyone tell me what happened in the foyer? There's a beeping.
Look out for lights.
Look out for lights. Can someone walk near this device that I've placed in the middle of the foyer?
do is light up different colors, and it'll let me know that you're there. Can you walk over to it? Just right here in front of me?
So this is interesting. The last time that I was here, the foyer, during my solo,
I'm sitting beside you.
I'm sitting beside you, okay? It's funny that comes up right now because I was just about to say, when I would be in the foyer or very close to the foyer, the last time I was here, that was when my spirit talker was going crazy. But as soon as I came over here just now from the ballroom, it's not been doing much. Aside from just now saying I'm sitting beside you, it quieted down from when I was over there where it was just popping off. Charge battery pack. Already? Whoa! Holy shit! Okay, that was unreal. I don't know how to explain what just happened to my camera, but it was at 2 out of 4 batteries on the screen, and it said I had 82 minutes before I needed to charge. 82 minutes. And then out of nowhere, the screen just says, it comes up with a big notification on it, charge battery pack. And I look, and it is dead, completely dead. Something just drained this camera extremely quickly, because it was fully charged, completely fully charged, and I have not been here that long just yet. So that's insane. And
Sebastian. Robinson.
Ooh, that's not me.
Can you do that again? That creak is me. Can you stand on that device again? Make it light up. You just did it. If you can stand on that device, I can start asking questions, yes or no, and you'll be able to use that to communicate.
Please don't go now.
Please don't go now. I'm not going just yet. If you want me to stay right here, I'll stay right here. But I need to know that you're going to communicate with me. So if you could, please show me that you're here and you'd like to talk by lighting this device up in the foyer again. You just have to walk right up to it. That's a train.
There's a train. So I wonder. I don't see any light coming from the room. I'm looking at the ballroom right now to see if the cap all lights up.
Is whoever lit up this device before still here? Can you do it again? Mandy. Was that who did it? Was that who lit it up? Was it Mandy?
You are intelligent.
Thanks.
Seems like it goes through spurts where it'll spit out a bunch of stuff and then go quiet. Correct. How about that? Okay. Why is that? Is it different people coming through to communicate and you're just taking turns? Is there a way that I can speak with one of you at a time? For maybe a longer period of time, have an actual conversation, as opposed to just little bits and pieces here and there? This static device isn't picking anything up anymore. Cat ball hasn't gone off. The REM pod has not gone off since that little incident.
You must leave.
You must leave.
The others scare me.
The others scare me. You must leave. The others scare me. Well, I'm not leaving just yet. But can you tell me who scares you and who's speaking? Is this Lily?
My favorite place.
Your favorite place. Is this Lily?
We can whisper.
You can whisper. Okay. What would you like to whisper? Are you going to whisper something to me? All right. We've got a fresh battery in the camera. And actually, over here in the ballroom, I have set up a Phasm camera just to watch the cat ball that's on the chair. Right now, I'm going to head upstairs and see if we can get any communication in the Lurker room. Oh my God! It's doing it again. So it's gotta be the battery. It's gotta be the No, wait, that's tough. Wait a minute. It has to be the battery. This has to be the battery. Yeah, the lights are dimming. Yeah, okay. Alright, so let's do this. Alright. It is back in the same spot that it was. I am now in the Lurker room. I'm just going to sit here on the bed and hang out for a minute. Is there anyone in this room with me? Is the Lurker upstairs with me right now? Spirit talk is rolling.
Destination.
Destination. What does that mean? What destination? Is there anyone upstairs that can walk over to this red light on the floor?
Sun.
Sun. That's temperature gauge. That's temperature gauge. Thank you. Can you step away from it now? Right on command. I don't think I've ever gotten a direct REM pod response. Like usually it's like sporadic here and there. It hits when it wants to hit. But that was direct. Can you step away from that red light? And it shuts off. I don't want to get ahead of myself, and I don't want to get...
You're here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be communicating with you. And I don't want to get too excited. But, so I'm sitting...
Josiah.
Hello, Josiah. So, the room that I'm sitting in, the Lurker room, is directly over the ballroom. And I think that I just heard what sounded like furniture moving. If I go downstairs here in a bit and that chair has moved, I will shit my pants.
Hey,
I have a Phasm camera on it,
battery.
so it would have caught it. Battery. Yeah, you drained my battery pretty quickly, a couple times. I've already had to take a couple battery swap breaks. But yeah, if that chair moved and the Phasm camera caught it, there is no better paranormal evidence than that. Period. All this equipment is cool. The spirit talker communication is cool. There goes the temperature gauge again. No, that's a touch. That's a touch. Can you touch it again? Can you do exactly what you just did? Grab it again. Make it light up. If you can do it one more time and show me that you're actually doing it, we can have a conversation. I can ask you yes and no questions. Or would you like to just start with that? If this is the Lurker spirit, please make the REM pod go off. Go over to that red light and make the device go off. If this is someone other than the Lurker, can you go to the red light and make it light up and make noise, please? Someone other than the Lurker.
Good morrow.
Good morrow. Hello. Thank you. Okay, I know that you're here now. Can you step back for a second so I can ask a question? That's all temperature gauge. So that's just the spirits in its vicinity. Thank you. Spirits in its vicinity changing the immediate temperature. Okay. So I know you're here. Can you tell me if this is the Lurker spirit? If this is the Lurker spirit, please touch that red light again. Touch the red light on the floor if this is the Lurker spirit. It's the Lurker. Thank you. Okay, step away, please. Oh
Can you see us?
my God. Can you see us? No, I cannot see you. That's why I have to use these devices.
Wisdom.
Okay, so this is the Lurker spirit. Lurker, are you someone that is related to either the Bowie or Johnson family? If the answer is yes, please touch that red light on the floor again. Lurker spirit, if you are someone that is not connected to the Bowie or Johnson family, you're not a member of that family, please touch the red light. Okay, Lurker. Do you have a name? Can you touch that red light if you have a name other than the Lurker spirit so that I can appropriately
Monk.
address you? Monk. Are you a monk? Or is your name Monk? All right, so what have we got? I'm speaking to the Lurker. Or Do I think I'm speaking to the Lurker? And is it the Trickster? Let's play both. So it responded that it's the Lurker spirit. Okay. It did not reply to being a member of the Bowie or Johnson family. It did not reply to being someone other than the Bowie or Johnson family members. So could that mean that it's something that's just always been on the property? Or...
Samuel.
Samuel. That's the second time I've gotten Samuel tonight. Samuel, are you telling me that you are the Lurker? So if it's not a member of the Bowie or Johnson family and it's not someone else, then that would imply that it has to be some sort of supernatural entity, right? That's what I think that would mean. And I did get Skinwalker very early tonight. But I don't feel like this is a Skinwalker. I feel like I'd be much less comfortable in this house alone if it were a Skinwalker. So I think this could be a trickster, the Trickster spirit.
They did spells.
They did spells. I got witchcraft earlier. I did get witchcraft earlier. That's interesting. They did spells. Right before it said that, I was about to say that it would make sense if it were actually the Trickster and not the Lurker, as I don't think the Lurker would present itself.
There it goes again. So I must be onto something. This must be the Trickster. You're not actually the Lurker. Can you step away from that red light, please? Can you step away from it, please? Thank you.
Okay. So that would make sense. I think this is actually the Trickster. And that would make sense because the last time that I was here, it was in this room that every time I kept trying to come up here to investigate, I would start hearing noises below me in the ballroom that would draw me out of this room and back downstairs. So no way! My camera again! It was just at half a battery and I just got the notification. Oh my god, I have to go again. I have to go change battery again. God damn it. Okay. I just swapped out my battery again. This is insane. Okay, it says that I have a full battery here with 145 minutes of time. Okay. I'm downstairs in the dining room, which is the makeshift gear room. I'm about to go back upstairs. All right, Spirit Talker's back on. Right after I cut saying that I was going to get a new battery, it said, "We have power, and we've been waiting for you." So I got to get back in this room up here and figure out who that is. All right, you just drained my battery again. Trickster, I know it's you now. Right after I cut my camera, you said, "We have power. We've been waiting for you." Who is we?
Arthur.
Arthur. Who is Arthur? Is that the Trickster's name?
Grace.
Grace.
Black hair.
Black hair. Huh. Now we're popping off. There it goes again.
Thank you. Can you please step away?
All right, this is 100%. Maybe it was the Lurker before. Edwards. Ed. The chair is right below me. Now I'm genuinely confused as to who is actually setting this off, because earlier I 100% believed that it was the Lurker spirit, but now I'm not too sure. Because once I started talking about how the last time that I was here, the Trickster was sending me all over the place, keeping me out of this room, is when it would start going off and then not listening when I'm asking for them to step away from it. So that makes me believe that it's the Trickster. Crash. So I keep getting a ton of names. I would like to figure out if any of those names belong to the Trickster or the Lurker spirit. Ultimately, I would like to figure out the identity of one of those two spirits tonight. I think that would be a huge step in Linville Manor's history, is to identify the Lurker or the Trickster.
Obviously.
Obviously. You saying it's obvious that I'm trying to figure out who you are? Let's figure this out. Let's think. The Lurker, I don't think is a member of the Bowie or Johnson family. And it didn't reply when I asked if it was somebody other than them. So I think the Lurker could be some sort of supernatural entity that is just on the ground, on the property. The Trickster, I think, could be someone related to the house. What do you think? Am I onto something there? Can you give me a sign if I'm onto something? Silence. This is obviously a very, very large home, and I'm obviously
My life was great.
I'm on my own tonight. So there's a good portion of the house that I'm not hitting. And there's a reason for that, and that's because of my past experience here. Because if I'm going to be here on my own, I'm going to spend all the time in the rooms that had given me all the activity in my last visit.
Just like that. That's wild.
True.
Can you please step away from the red light?
Lurker room, where I'm at now, the foyer, and the ballroom had a lot of activity last time I was here. So I decided to focus my energies on those 3 rooms. There's 4 other bedrooms. There's the lounge, which had some activity. And then there's the basement. My last visit here, basement had 0 activity whatsoever. So I didn't want to focus my efforts there. The other bedrooms, 0 activity. So I didn't want to focus my efforts there. So in case anybody's wondering why I'm not hitting more of Linville Manor, that's why. I wanted to focus my energy on the spots I know are very active. Why is it that you don't want people to know your identities, Trickster and Lurker?
Empowerment.
Empowerment. What a direct, intelligent response. Why don't you want people to know your identities? Empowerment. Wow. Wow. So you feel empowered because people don't know who you are. So is it like a game? It's like a game for you? Makes you happy to Vengeful. You feel vengeful. Okay, so you don't want people to know your identities because it's empowering and vengeful. Empowering and vengeful. Huh. It's empowering and vengeful. So let's take a second. The Lurker or the Trickster, or both. Could they be one and the same? Let's assume that the Lurker and the Trickster are the same spirit. They don't want their identity to be known because it's empowering for them. And they feel vengeful, so they're seeking vengeance for something.
Exposed.
Exposed. Did I just expose your secret? So what if there was somebody in this house's history that was done wrong?
I'm from the 1700s.
I'm from the 1700s. That would be accurate. What if this is the escaped prisoner that was murdered? What if the Trickster and the Lurker are one and the same, and what if it is the prisoner that was murdered? And they don't want you to know their identity because it's empowering to them, and they're vengeful, so they're seeking vengeance. So they seek their vengeance by tricking visitors of Linville Manor, messing with them, and then also acting as the Lurker and just standing by watching. And they feel empowered because no one knows their identity. I've been doing this for 4 years now, and I don't think I have ever had puzzle pieces that have come together like that anywhere I've been. What I wanted to do tonight was figure out who the Lurker and the Trickster were. And I'm going to leave here tonight thinking or believing that I've done that. And that feels fantastic. That is going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I post videos. And I'll see you on the next one.